Show. Welcome, everybody, to the KQ Show, Episode 11, Part 2. Instructional Guide for your listening pleasure. For those new to the show, hi, I'm Kyle. You know, I'm just like everyone else. I wake up, feed the kids to the dog, and then I start my day. As a young lad, I had what my parents would call the gift of gab. I love talking with people and cracking jokes. I'll be chatting with comedians, business owners, things wrapped in bacon, and seven. Today's episode brings us talking with Katie Pilldowstein, Part 2. I chat with Katie Hill, a great realtor and friend. In Part 2, we discuss losing a loved one and how important friends are in the healing process. But we turn the tables and have some fun discussing alcohol, sexual endeavors, and how a good pair of knee-high boots can really set off an outfit. So please enjoy the show. KQ Show.
The doctors come out and they said no matter what happens from this point on, you just need to be very thankful that she's alive because there's no medical explanation whatsoever. I'll rewind just a little bit. I was going through a pretty fucked up time in my life. I just kind of gotten out of a relationship with someone that I kind of thought like I was going to like be with for the rest of my life, blah, 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 whatever. And my mom and dad had said, maybe you just need to get the fuck out of town for a little bit. So they had bought me a plane ticket. My cousin, who is 6 weeks older than I, Miss Rachel Rosati, kind of back, you love it, baby. She and her husband at the time, still her husband, they were living in Kansas City, Missouri. And so mom and dad had bought me a plane ticket. I was going to go out there. It was like a Wednesday. It was October 13th of 2009. My sister was at Purdue at the time, and she was on her fall break, and she was in Missouri at my cousin's house. So we were going to pass each other the next day in the air.
Yeah.
Her and her boyfriend, college boyfriend at the time, had broken up. They were kind of, sort of working some things out, maybe getting back together. He was on his fall break. But he was picking my sister up at the airport that next morning or that next day. So that afternoon, my mom and I had plans on going shopping to buy me a fancy dress, quote unquote, a fancy dress, because I was going to attend an event with my cousin and her husband's work that I needed a fancy dress for. Yeah. So mom and I were planning on after work that day, we were going to go do this. Well, I called mom in the morning and I said, hey, work doesn't have me really on any closings because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to take an early lunch. Could we just go shopping then? Because tonight I'm just going to drink wine and pack and get, whatever. She was like, yeah, sure. Now, this was in 2009 where the economy had crashed. My dad had lost his job in the RV industry in late 2008 and kind of retired because he'd worked his entire life. And then my mom retired from AT&T, and they bought her pension out. We joked that she was retired for 24 hours, and then a business partner out of Minnesota picked her up, like, first virtual office. Like, mom was doing Zoom calls, back in the day. Like, damn. Yeah, like, with the suit jacket on and her flannel pants on, downstairs in the basement.
So you're talking, like, over a decade ago.
She was
rocking the Zoom. I got you.
It was AT&T.
That was probably Skype.
Yeah, it was like, oh, God, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm going to fuck this up. It was virtual, voice over IP.
Yeah, voice. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So they, like literally this, like, truck, like, showed up at her house, and they, like, put her office in downstairs, and she was working for Cross Telecommunications out of Minneapolis, but she was in South Bend, Indiana. Like, and I'm not kidding, like, the business suit on top.
Post-pandemic, pre-pandemic.
Yes,
I got you.
Exactly. So, anyways, but then the economy crashed, and basically, like, she had kind of known she was going to lose her job because they were like, oh, you make six figures, we can basically get rid of you and hire 2 college kids, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that happened. And so at this time, she's not working, dad's not working, but yet they're flying me, out to Missouri because I'm having some issues. So mom and I, at 11 o'clock in the morning on October 13th of 2009, sitting at the kitchen table, joking and laughing about how much whiskey it's going to take me to get on a flight from Chicago to Kansas City, Missouri. People, this is like a 45-minute flight.
I was about to say, that's under an hour, I think. I'm sorry.
I could probably drive it, like, whatever. But, like, so we're belly laughing at the table.
Yeah.
And my mom grabs the back of her head, and she says to me, Kate, mom does call me Kate. I have the worst headache of my life. And I looked at her, and verbatim, I said, oh, shut the fuck up, you're fine. She got up from the table, she went into the living room, and I walk in, she's got her head in her head in her hands. My mama is not a drama queen.
Yeah.
So I grab her some Tylenol, I come in, and she says to me, why don't you just take Dad and I's credit card, go shopping, get your dress, I'm going to go take a nap. And immediately the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Sherrill don't take.
She's not going to let you
don't nap.
Yeah, she'll be right next to you.
It ain't even that. Sherrill don't nap.
Oh, never take a nap?
No. That was the kicker.
That was what got it going?
Me going shopping on my own ain't that big of a deal because she's like me and I don't really, like, I don't like to shop. She doesn't really like to shop all that much. But it was her taking a nap.
So what'd you do?
And I sat there and I said, bitch, talk to me. What is wrong with you? What is going on? Something ain't right. And she's like, I don't know. I just have the worst headache. I don't feel okay. And I said, I'm going to call 911. And she said, don't you dare. Your father and I don't have insurance right now.
Oh, man.
So I call my Aunt Donna, who is my mom's oldest sister, my godmother. I call her. I tell her what's going on. And she said, hang up with me right now and call 911.
Oh, she knew.
And I looked at Mom and I said, Mom, and like immediately gone. She's there, but there ain't nothing. Just massive stroke.
Yeah, damn.
So call 911. So we live in Edison Park. The fire department is on McKinley.
Yeah.
Right there. They're there in a matter of seconds. They get there. They come in. They look at her blood pressure is 287 over 176.
Christ.
I'm going to say it again. 287 over 176. That's dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean,
that's dead.
I don't know much about the medical. I just know that, when you're...
No,
wow,
that's
dead. Crazy.
They look at me and they say, what hospital does her insurance go to? And I said, she doesn't have insurance right now. And the firefighter looks at me and he says, as he's nodding his head up and down, so you want us to take her to St. Joe? And I would have said Memorial because that's usually where we went. And I said, yes, fine.
Because he probably...
Because it's a faith-based hospital, they can't deny...
Okay.
And
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And
so
this is when St. Joe was Old St. Joe.
Yeah, yep. Triple OG back in, downtown, I got you.
So my brother was home at the time downstairs. Like, we have separate living quarters downstairs and stuff. So, like him and his now wife, Harold, we call her. Her name's Allie. Same name as my sister, so we always call her Harold because that's her maiden name. They come, and so Kevin actually went with my mom in the ambulance. We're trying to get a hold of my dad in Elkhart and all this stuff. And he finally gets home. My Aunt Donna, whatever, we get to the hospital and the doctors come out and they said, no matter what happens from this point on, you just need to be very thankful that she's alive because there's no medical explanation whatsoever.
Damn.
She's not out of the woods. Like, she's going to be she's in ICU. I somehow was blessed to be a part of the Hill family. Like, my Kurt, Cheryl, Kevin, Allie, and I are just the thickest of thieves you could possibly imagine. And it is one of my greatest blessings in my entire life.
That's good.
So at home, Mom was in ICU for 4 days. Hit or miss. We had just completely paralyzed on the right side.
Damn.
Couldn't talk. We were told she would never walk again without the, use of a walker. Like, my friends jumped into, fixed mode on stuff. I watched $750,000 disappear out of my parents' accounts in a matter of hours once they found out that they didn't have insurance, and all this stuff. I still get to have coffee with that bitch every day, though, because she walked out of that hospital 28 days later with a walker. She now does not walk with a walker. You would not know. Peggy shows up and we call her Peg Leg because alcohol affects that right leg. It gets a little heavy on her.
Hey.
But that's just when Allie and I know she just needs to hold on a little bit,
The only thing I can handle death. Well, like my mother passed about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And I was able to. I mean, we knew it was coming. She had MS. It was pretty bad. She got real bad towards the end. Because MS is a fucking
yes.
Yeah, it's an autoimmune disease. It affects different parts.
I did not know this about you.
I kept it off.
Yeah.
It's a family thing. The best thing though was it was the last year. My brother had his daughter in. She'll be I think she'll be 10 or 11, maybe 11. But anyway, so she was 1, and my mom was in real bad shape because MS is weird. MS is weird. It attacks your brain different ways. She would. Yep. So it was every morning at 6 a.m. I'd go over there, and I was like, I'm gonna get you ready, to go, because all she needed to do was just to get on that plane and just go see her granddaughter.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew, and I think we all knew that was like her last really fight, because it was so bad. I mean, she would be falling in the airport, and I'd have to, a lot, but it was, and I remember like just helping her get there. Like I would take her to. She lived right over here, right by the old Nooner. And so I'd take her out to the track, and some mornings she wouldn't know who I was. And my dad, God love him, he wasn't ready for that either. He wasn't. It was a lot for him to see the woman that he's loved for so many years. So he was lost. It was tough for him to.
Yes.
Yeah,
my dad went through that with my mom after his stroke because it was a couple years of rehabilitation and yeah.
It's just something he couldn't say.
Right, it's hard. It's hard.
He would call me all the time, like, hey,
it's hard.
Look,
and it's a new normal.
Yeah,
right. When you constantly have to kind of adjust when they lose functions of different sorts, and you kind of sit back and you remember the way it quote unquote used to be.
Yeah. Now you're the parent. They wipe my ass, and now I'm wiping their ass, and it's a circle of life. And I feel like until you're a fucking adult that has wiped your parents' ass, you haven't really realized the importance of your value.
Yep.
So but it's a lot of stuff you learn. And I mean you figure it out on the way. But the long story short is we got her there. And there's a picture of her fucking, man, I'm going to start crying about this picture. It's the best fucking, most beautiful picture in the world. My mom's holding little one-year-old Mazzy.
About it.
And she's melting. Oh my God, this picture. I can't see it without tearing up.
Right.
It's such a good, and that was her. And man, on the way back, oh my God, she was, she used every bit of her last energy to get there. On the way back, I was holding her up. She was falling. It was, and also that was when, on the way back, that's when the accident at the China plane that had crashed.
Stop.
So we had a 13-hour layover. And, my mom has, she had MS. She also had, I have restless legs. So like I'm the most restless person in the world. So.
Restless legs is no joke. My mom has it's a side effect from her stroke.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's something that's nervous where you have no control over.
No.
There is a level of when I get real tired and they start moving, then I can go to sleep. There's certain times last night I went to bed at 9:30. I laid there from 9:30 till probably about 2, just staring at the ceiling, just doing this thing.
Do you take magnesium?
Trying it, I've tried anything that you could ever think of for restless legs. So I take it every day. But it does. It is different. It's whatever. Mm-hmm. But no, it was one of those things where it was like it was man, just the pic that one fucking picture was just so fucking amazing. And then to come back, and she did pass, and when she was because you had brought it up when you knew something was wrong. My mom has never in her life stopped asking me if I needed anything, and it was a couple days before Thanksgiving, and she was like, it was a good day. She was able to come here. She knew who everybody was. Everything. She's like she was still prepping for the Thanksgiving, and we knew as a backup plan in case she woun't able to finish the Thanksgiving dinner that we had a backup plan. And it was
I love you had a backup plan.
It was she was really bad. I mean, you had to, and she goes, well, hey, do you need anything? She had been starting the prep on Wednesday for I guess it would have been Tuesday night, and she was like, well, do you need food? You need any toilet paper? I gave all the time. That's what mom was.
Yep.
And she said this out loud, and I fucking every bit of tingle went through my body. She goes, well, I guess there's nothing else I can do for you then. And I go, I was like, wait, what?
Wait, excuse me?
Next morning, you know, she was gone. It was I'd never heard Mom say that. And I was like, damn, I guess, you know, it was her saying goodbye. And I was like, damn, and a part of me knew it, you know?
Yeah, isn't it weird?
It was like, yeah.
So weird.
It's like you feel it. And I was like, because everybody gets that, there's a moment of euphoria before you pass.
Yes.
Yeah, that everything is right in the world.
Everything's right in the world. And I don't think you appreciate, like, you hear it and you hear people talk about it, but until you lose someone, you don't appreciate knowing that.
Yeah.
Like, the same thing happened with Amanda. So she died on, my favorite numbers in the entire world are 8 and 22. I was born on March 8th. And 22 was just my basketball number, you know, where everyone, you know, and the deuces, like, whatever. Amanda died on 8/22 of 2013 at 11:11 at night. So, like, I'm a big numbers person, you know, and I didn't find out until 8:23 the next morning because her husband waited because he knew that I was alone. He wanted to wait because he knew that I would stop and had coffee with my mom before I'd go to work and stuff. And it took me like 2 years to realize that she died 8/22 because I was 8/23 and I was like, oh, that bitch would die on my numbers, like, you know, like, whatever. But on August 13th, hospice got called in. And I remember getting a text message from her. And all it said was, I love you. Oh, and this is a hard story for me to kind of tell because I don't tell a lot of people this. But, like, I've been telling my stories more. I'm glad you're getting it out. So, and all it said was, I love you. And I texted her back and said, love you too. It was at 3:43 p.m. I still have it on my phone. And, what was funny, though, is later that day, I started getting messages from some college friends that were friends with her. And they were like, dude, have you heard talk to Amanda? Because she's, like, fucking talking crazy. Like, she was like, so she kind of, I mean, saying some pretty, like, where the fuck have you been the past couple of years? You know, those type of things. And then I heard from her husband. He was like, did you hear from Amanda today? And I was like, well, I did. And he said, what did she say? And I said, all it said was, I love you. And he said, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, good. Because what she said to other people.
He said hospice got called in and they wanted to put her in a, medically induced coma. Yeah. And she basically looked at him and said, I'm going out on my own. If you do that, like, I'll haunt you forever type thing. Like, whatever. So we had this thing, like, I will text you if anything, you know, drastically changes. I'll call you when it's done. And the day that she actually died, which was 8/22, like, we were at a blood drive. I had just started at Fidelity. I'd left Meridian Title and I'd gone to this over to Fidelity. And we're at this blood drive thing, and I knew my blood pressure was up. And then I go in, and they're like, your blood pressure's so high, we want you to go to the doctor. And I'm like, no, this is the X, Y, and Z is going on. I was like, I just knew. Like, you just feel it. And no, and then, like, the next morning, I was like, okay, this makes sense. This is why. But it was almost like this weird, like, that whole day when I look back on it now, like, the hair on the back of my neck stood up all day. Just that gut feeling. You just know. And it, like, I'd always had those kind of feelings throughout life on different things. But it wasn't until after that moving forward for the past almost 9 years, like, when I feel that, I know.
It's a real thing.
It's
your body telling you something's fucking wrong.
Something's wrong. And I'm not saying something's good. It is always when something is wrong.
It's a red flag. It's like your body saying something is totally different than everything else. Something is totally different than everything it should be.
You need to stop. You need to fucking check your surroundings and, like, inventory what's going on. Because this moment is going to come back and bite you in the ass in a minute. And whatever it might be. Yeah. I am telling you. I feel that now. I'm like, hold on.
Hey, that's a warning sign, man. Hey, you can say fight or flight all you want. You get that. You get that. When your body's telling you that, it means that there's not the fight is gone. That means your body's gone. You should be leaving.
Yes.
You know, if you had feathers, these things would be cocked up, and you'd be running like a goddamn. Yeah.
You out this bitch.
Yeah, straight. You're peacocking the fuck out of this goddamn zoo. See ya. Peace. Was that the NBC logo? I don't know, man. This peacock just took off.
So I'm going to ask you kind of a personal question if you don't want to answer it. But had a couple whiskeys now, and now we're on this. Do you feel your mom around you?
All the time, man.
Yes.
She was. So, it might be, I'm not saying like I feel her come into the room, but no. She was, her, like, knowing me, you know her. She was quicker witted than I am. I learned a lot of my comedy from her. She was so fucking fast and so clever and still compassionate. She would rip people apart with her jokes, but in a way that, and that's where I learned all of it from. So, so there's certain things I believe definitely, the energy you put out, you're going to get back.
Yes.
And my mom, every time I'm about to do something that just doesn't seem, I don't want to say devious, but it seems like a shortcut or anything I'm contemplating, it's my mom's fucking voice. All the time. She helps me through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying because she's a ghost and she floats in the room and she's like, hey, let's watch Casper. No. It's because of the shit that she taught me. It's burnt so hard into my brain that, like, when shit happens in my family and she's like, you gotta put up with it, understand. I'm like, I fucking know, Mom. Like, I'll be sitting here by myself going, God damn it, all right, Mom, I'm going. And you're like, every time I'm about to make a decision, I fucking hear her voice, and she's like, would ya? And that's one of the reasons I quit my job. Like, I started like just to get to the point. I was like, man, this is money's not everything, right? And I would hear my mom be like, just do what makes you. And and maybe it was me using what she had taught me a long time ago. Yeah. So and I'm not saying that. Whatever anybody believes in, whatever religion they want to believe in. Yeah. There's 9 million, so it's who's it for me to say somebody's wrong? Yeah. I just feel like if you're a good person and you put the right energy out. Yeah. It's definitely a thing. Energy's a thing. Yeah. Some people call it your astronomical sign or your zodiac or your
whatever you want to call
your
it.
Alien or your Jesus or your every country has a different god. Whatever you think it is, it's something out there and it makes sense.
Yeah. It's the same thing. So Amanda was like. When I say like she was my soulmate, like she really was. This person sitting here talking to you today, like did not exist until I met her. I was super shy, super insecure. I was a super tomboy growing up, which I mean I have no qualms about. Loved it, but I also I wasn't the girl that guys wanted to date. I was everybody's friend, And then I meet this chick at 18 who is a drop dead gorgeous model and everything and parties all the time. And I mean, one of our first conversations, she was like, how many people have you slept with? I was 18. I was like, none. Like,
what do you mean?
What? I don't even think I've even seen a penis at this time. Like, no. Sorry.
What do they look like? Is it square? Is it square? Is it a rhombus?
Square.
Like a parallelogram? Do I have to do the splits?
Yeah, and there was just this incredible friendship, sisterhood. Like, I mean, I couldn't do anything without, the friend I am today to everyone is because of the friend that she was to me.
That's awesome.
I was just more confident than anything. The tattoo that I rock on my inner right ankle right here, I got the 1 year anniversary after Amanda died. And because we had always said that we would get tattoos on our 10-year anniversary of graduating from college.
Oh, okay. That's
so
awesome.
My dad had this rule with us. My dad doesn't have any tattoos. My mom doesn't have any tattoos. Kevin doesn't have any tattoos. Allison doesn't have any tattoos. He was just one of those dads that just said, you can get a tattoo, but not on my dime.
Yeah.
So, basically, at 18, you think you want one. At 22, when you're out of college, if you want one, then fine, that's on your own dollar.
Yeah.
None of us had them. I got mine at 31.
Yeah.
My first one. And it was because Amanda and I had always said in 2014 we would get matching tattoos for our, just to kind of recognize 10 years after graduating college, our friendship and everything. And she died in August of 13. The meaning behind it is that you befriend someone that has characteristics within themselves that you wish you had, but without knowing it, you actually possess them and they bring them out in you like a mirror.
Wow,
so it's kind of a mirror.
Oh, okay, I see it. That's pretty badass.
A little bit of a mirror, but different at the same time.
That's pretty cool. All right.
And it's also it's the color blue, and Amanda Jean had these piercing blue eyes. So it was really funny because my best friend, Ryan Fahili, who gets all of his tattoos done at Conception Gallery in St. Joe, Michigan. That's a plug for them. If anybody needs to get tattoos, I highly recommend them. But so Mom and I are at Silver Beach Pizza in St. Joe.
Oh, what a great pizza place.
Oh, God, right? Can we talk about that Bloody Mary, though?
Man. Because they have me at that. First off, I have acid reflux and I'm lactose.
Me too.
So I go there and I'm like, yeah, let me get the thing that's going to ruin my entire body. But
Acid
I don't regret
reflux
it.
like a motherfucker.
Oh, it's
yes.
so good, though.
So good.
Oh.
So my mom, who has no tattoos, nothing, is like, if you don't get your tattoo today, you're never going to get it.
Yeah.
And I said, well, let me see how far Conception Gallery is from here, because I know Ryan gets his tattoos there, and I know they're good, because I ain't getting no tattoo at no regular
like,
place.
Oh, that's not a mirror.
Does anybody not know me? Like, I am doing my resurch on shit before I do anything.
Consumer Report says it's a 4.8 out of 5.
I need a 4.7 before I go anywhere. So, and I said, and if not, then I'm going to go home, and I'll ask my friends who've gotten tattoos in South Bend, like, where we'll go get it tomorrow. So I Googled Conception Gallery from Silver Beach, and it's like 0.02 miles away. It's like it is literally up the stairs to the left. I'm like, okay.
Call, hey, we're finishing pizza, and then my stomach's going to burn. I'm going to try to half poop, and then can you tap me?
Could you tap me up real quick?
Tap me up.
So I go in, and my mom is, I wish everyone could know my mom, because she is just amazing. She sits down, and she goes, I feel like Gemma. From Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So she sits down and she's like, get it, girl. And I'm like, so. And these people do like high-end tattoos. Full back pieces. I'm getting an ankle tattoo.
I was waiting for your mom to go give me a dragon on the back. I want my arms to be the wings.
The wings. Okay. I need an L. Basically, my tattoo
wait,
like an L.
Let's have some sex with this weird dragon back.
So, like, they sit me down, like, it's like The Apprentice do it, you know, they're like, this bitch, like, she ain't getting up. I'm like, you want this?
She probably wants a fucking dolphin.
So, of course, my basic bitch ass asks, is this gonna hurt? And he
What was that country accent? Is that what?
Yeah, you know.
Is that the Jasper in you?
That's the new Douglas, Illinois in me. My dad. Is this gonna hurt?
Y'all gonna do something damn in my
Y'all gonna do something on these or what? Like,
go
you
get in
gonna
there,
hurt?
go
Like,
give me that capital L now. Come on, curse it.
I need a capital L in cursive right there on the right ankle in the inside so I can hide it.
That was like an Ozark Ruth right there. That's what that was.
So, the Ozarks. Gotta love the Ozarks. So, like, to the point where my dad, like, I asked my dad, I need to preface on this real quick. I asked my dad before I got this. I was like, hey, listen, I'm thinking about getting this tattoo, man, and I blah, 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 blah. And he was like, you know what? It's got meaning. Yes. Like, whatever.
Makes sense.
This guy who's getting ready to tattoo me, he goes, I'm not going to lie to you. And it's on my inner right ankle where there is, like, he says, it's going to hurt. I'm not going to lie. But
There's
he's
just
like,
bone under there, right?
He's like, but you don't know anything different, so it's not going to be that bad. And I'm like, okay. Honestly, done in 15 minutes. I mean, it hurt like a motherfucker, but whatever. I get home. My mom and I, this is the anniversary, 1 year anniversary of his passing. My mom and I were sitting on I was living on my house. I moved out. Megan and I lived together for like 7 years. I moved out. It was on my own. My little place on Cooler Bader. Mom and I are sitting outside. We're eating. Dan Garnett comes over, sees my tat. We're drinking whiskey, doing all this. Next morning, go over to Mom and Dad's house. I'm sitting there. Dad walks out. Looks at my tattoo, like, walks by it, looks, stops, takes 3 steps back, and goes, what the fuck is that? My mom and I both.
Like, you told me.
Yes. I said, you said it was okay.
I have it written here. I made you sign it.
People, I'm 31 years old. I don't really need his permission,
right, but still,
you know, whatever. And he goes, I didn't really fucking think you'd do it. He said, you of all people. Like,
you're the oldest. You're supposed to be responsible. Kevin's supposed to have a weird dragon on his back.
Kevin's supposed to have a tramp stamp.
Yeah,
like,
supposed to have like a velociraptor.
So now, mind you, I got that in 14. 4 years later, I get this one. It's an opposite ankle. Mm-hmm. It's my Pisces constellation that bloomed into a flower because I felt like I had finally bloomed into myself. And my dad goes, "What's next?"
Great. He just brings out a big sheet of dragon. Here's the trace paper. Go ahead and put the dragon on your back. So how long did the dragon take on your back, though? You were like, so... Wait, is that it?
These are...
Oh, okay, I thought you were really about to go into it.
But what I really want, though, Halle Berry's tattoo that she got, like, on her spine. Do you see that? So, first of all, I think Halle Berry's just like...
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I've seen her. You know.
Oh, you have?
Monsters
okay.
Ball, 1 hour, 17 minutes, 46 seconds. What?
You're my favorite person ever. Like, you are my favorite.
I had that shit on lock.
But, so I'm really, my brother and my sister are so not like me when it comes to, like, the, like, moon and the stars. Like, they make fun of me all the time. And we embrace it and we love it. But I want the phases of the moon down my spine. Like, I want the full moon in the middle. And
okay.
I don't have the pain tolerance for that. Like,
Yeah.
I could barely stand these 15-minute ones. Like, but if I could, I would.
That's a lot for the spine.
So, do you have tattoos?
No piercing,
None?
no tattoos.
Not one.
I can't think of anything I put on my body forever. I can't.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know,
I never ever in my wildest dreams thought I would.
Yeah, I understand, but hey, do what you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Like, I mean, some people now, like Jeremy Sexton, like he's doing like sleeves and stuff now.
Yeah.
You know, and he never had them, and he's like almost 4 years. I'm like, man, more.
You're almost a
minority.
minority. You're a minority now if you don't have one. There's more people that have them.
Is there special benefits for that, or
I know.
I'll have to Google it.
I feel like there's a lot of infections you could get.
Yeah, I just never really
None.
No, I mean, I'm not saying like maybe if I hit 50 and I want to do something. Like, I'm not saying I would never do. I just, I knew enough about myself to know that I'd make bad decisions.
Yeah.
I'd be stupid. I'd have dumb. I would have had fucking Michael Jordan emblem all down my fucking leg, or the fucking NBA logo, or like a player no one even knows anymore. But like, yeah, I got the fucking Horace Grant goggles tattooed on my, right across my chest. Yeah, the goggles go across the nips.
I might have had like Tupac and Biggie, and like
yeah, you got Thug Life. You got Thug Life. Hey, Kathleen over there has got Thug Life tattoo right above the belly button. Oh no, it doesn't seem like something.
I would have had Hildo across my boobs. And Thug Life.
Your dad just goes, "You're done. You're out of the family.
Done.
You're out of the family. Kevin, get her out of here." Oh shit.
You know I'm on the Wall of Fame in Packer.
So am I.
Are you? Your picture's up there too?
Jabberwockies. You know the Jabberwocky picture. You're goddamn right. Yes! You know how hard I fought to get that motherfucking picture? Because it was Kathy who was there, who smoked 9 pounds of weed a day. She had me and Wizzy would swap debit cards all the fucking time because I went to an ATM, right? Because she was like, because I was Wizzy, she was.
See, I had no idea they were putting it up. They just called me one day and they were like, "We need you down here," and they like unveiled it. And
what? You're unveiling
I got
shit?
unveiling.
Oh, next time you gotta show me where you're at. No,
I'm right by the food window. It was when I did Amanda's, because I did a benefit. They did help me do a benefit.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the job. We came in there. You know the Jabberwockies. Well, we're the. Dude,
of course, I fucking
we
know.
straight up.
Because I want to see them in Vegas so bad.
We were balling on a budget. We went to fucking Dunham's, right?
Oh my God,
and I was like, hey man, all we got to do is we got to get let's get some camo, okay? One buddy's like, oh, my buddy's in the military. I'm the same size. Cool, go get him. And then I already had some camos because I was kind of a dick. One of those guys for a while. Backwards, upside down visor. Shit didn't work well. Pop the collar. Look, I was fat, so it was good to be be one of those cats for a couple months. But then we went and bought these fucking vests, and we bought white hoodies.
Ken's ranch is still sitting there, so.
Because hey, before you know, we're gonna do a shot of this for the picture at the end. Goddamn right, just. I heard it. It's in there. That's how the video's gonna start. You know what? Matter of fact, you've heard the new one. So anyway, funny thing, when I find some part, instead of the, I just make someone have you snort. That's it. Just you snort for it. Oh, other question. All right. Do you remember the first time that you got a buzz or drunk?
I do.
What was the story? Let's hear about it. Well, that's a deep breath. I mean, is this about to go Law and Order SVU? You just made it like, all right. So I stabbed this bitch 6 times. I had 3 old styles.
I was 14.
Nice, not bad.
St. Ides Special Brew
Oh!
Fruit Punch. Get out.
Yep. Hey, that's like the Boone's Farm shit. It was so good.
But
You're like,
better.
This tastes really good. So how'd you handle it? What happened?
My nickname, too, was Strawberry Hill, because they're the Boone's Farm. Strawberry Hill. Yeah.
No, please keep going. I'm right now.
No, I'm trying.
So I'm going to tag you and everything, Strawberry Hill. It's better than Hill, though.
So, I had tasted the St. Ides Special Brew Fruit Punch a couple times, but as far as actually getting buzzed, it was my freshman year varsity basketball Christmas party over at one of the girls' houses. Obviously I'm the only freshman. The senior class of that year were phenomenal women. I still this day bow to all of them. I don't want to call them out, but just in case, and they were also women. They weren't your typical 17, 18-year-olds. These bitches were in their 20s already.
Yeah.
And to me, I bowed down to them, whatever. So, got so drunk. There was also cigarettes smoking that happened. And it was one of those, you're feeling kind of floaty. And then they have you smoke a cigarette out of a basement window because it's December. And all of a sudden, you are just spinning.
Yeah. that cigarette on top.
That cigarette on top.
Spin you.
Just spinning. And I remember the next morning, my dad came and picked me up. I'm 14, 15, Dad comes and picks me up.
You smell like sex.
I'm pretty sure I puked. Yeah, definitely puked. And they were so sweet. And then my dad picked me up and I get in the car and he looks at me and he goes, "So we're not going to tell your mother about this." And he took me home and
he goes, "Go right to the shower."
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom, you're going to hear this. I think Mom probably knows this already though. Took me home, put me on the couch and just, kind of nursed me back and just told my mom I had the flu.
Yeah. She got that swine flu.
Yeah.
She got that St. Ides cough.
I would do anything for a St. Ides Special Brew Fruit Punch to this day. They were so delicious.
Dude, it was a dangerous time because I remember
those were the Mad Dog 2020s.
I'm glad you just said. I was about to say, dude, the Mad Dog 20. If you weren't hot on the Mad Dog 2020 grape, which you couldn't always find.
No, I couldn't do grape. I hated the grape. I hate grape anything.
Everybody else, we got left the strawberry. Ew.
The fruit punch.
Again, no sense of smells. My taste buds.
Yeah.
I like the grape.
Yeah. Tastes like Dimetapp to me. I couldn't do the grape.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I liked it. I don't know. I remember the first time I got real drunk. My brother was, I would have been, 14, 15, maybe 14, 15, right in that range. And he would have been, it was my freshman year, either 8th grade going into freshman or whatever. So, he had a couple girls over, that he knew from school. And, we started drinking in the backyard and everything. My parents pretty cool. They were like, "Hey, I don't think they knew I was drinking, but they were like, "Hey, if you guys drink here, we'd rather you drink here and just, So, they grew heroin. Can you grow heroin? I think I'm so bad at drugs. I don't. Is there heroin plants? I don't know. No, I just remember getting. I don't even know what I was drinking on. Because at that point I had I gotten high my first time when I was fucking 12 or 13 because I lived in River Park and that's just all that they had in stock. Anywhere. If I get some hot Fritos, we got weed. Shit, all right. We go to bodegas off of Lincoln Way. My buddy lived kind of in the hood off of Huey. You go to bodega and they're like, you get, let me get the beef stew, the Nesquik, and then a dime bag. We're out of stock on everything else, but here's your dime bag. That Nesquik when it came in the bottle where you could just...
Yes!
Everyone's like, "Oh, your parents own Nesquik?" No, it's spelled wrong, okay? There's no C. Fucking jerks.
Yo, we're slinging the generic kind. 15 cents cheaper.
Bro, you got that Nest Fast? Is there Spanish? It's Nest Rapido. Whatever you gotta do. Well, I technically I got a couple fun questions.
Okay, let's hit it.
What's the coolest place you ever had sex?
Okay.
You took a long time. I'm excited about this one. You were like, okay, well, so I was riding a bald eagle, put a saddle on it.
So, yeah, I'll tell it. I won't say what city because then people will know.
Oh, know who it is?
Yeah, and so this is one thing. Like, I'm very private on my sexual partner, like who. Except for the fact,
who? Just say
no.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I'm just saying,
you mean it might be too
careful.
obvious?
Yeah, I've got to be careful on that. But
you're like 50-yard line, Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, I've only had sex with 6 people in my entire life. I'm 40. Like that's not a lot. I wish it was a lot more.
Makes me feel like a fucking whore.
Well, so I didn't lose my virginity.
I've had sex with 7. It's a weird Thursday.
It's a weird Thursday. God, I love you. I was 22 when I finally lost my virginity. But weirdest.
Or like coolest place. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. I'm gonna honestly coolest. I love hotel sex.
Yeah.
Oh God, Mom!
Because you can do whatever you want to that room.
Yeah, Mom, if you're listening, please stop at this point. We were pretty high up, big city, pretty high up.
So Colorado.
No, but I haven't been to Colorado. But up against the window.
Ooh, like overlooking like the.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
And maybe got some honks.
Oh, so like you were seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. Yeah. All this time is your ass flattened up against it. Like
my boobs probably. Like,
so you're the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least you get to wave at people, I guess.
Hey guys.
Draw a little heart. Hilda was here.
How's it going? Hey.
I just got here. Oh, I just came.
Honk if you're horny. Like.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I mean, that's a good one.
You surprised me with that question, but
yeah. I like to throw the random ones out there.
Yes, I like it.
Catch people hanging.
I like it. What else you got for me? I like those ones. What about you, though?
Yacht. The yacht. $1 million yacht. Yeah. Had like a fucking room in the bottom of it. Like it was an open up door. Yeah, $1 million yacht.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah. Probably that, and I like having sex outside.
Yeah. Oh, beach.
No.
But the thing about the beach is we stayed all in the blanket.
Okay.
Because I have gotten
careful,
you get the
I've never been on the beach.
Oh man, you get loose sand in there, and then you think about the friction. Do the math. Not a thing you want. You don't want loose sandstone sliding through the badge.
So one of my BFFs had a scar on her back from the sand, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not okay with it."
It was kind of chilly that day. You
Yeah.
know? So it was like we laid a big ass blanket down, and then brought the blanket back over top of us. Yeah.
But I like outside though.
Mm-hmm. Outside's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Have you ever done it in a pool?
Yeah, pool, hot tub.
Hot tub, shower?
You don't feel it.
I've never done it in the shower.
Shower you have to, because water's not your friend, because it's not the moisture you're looking for. It's a different, so it's not like your, so it's weird. It's not,
see.
Different moisture. You think, man, pool, straight in.
So I have never really heard of anyone saying that shower sex is a good thing.
It's not enough room. I'm a big guy. Yeah, I'm always cold. Girls, take the front of the shower. It's taking all the heat. I'm back there. And as a man, when you get cold, your penis goes smaller. And it's embarrassing. If you hey, babe, what's up? Then all of a sudden, hey, turn back around. Give me some heat, and then you can look at it.
Give me some heat, then you can look.
Don't you look at it right now. I know you turned that knob.
So I'm a Pisces, so water calms me. Water's like my happy place.
I love water,
Like, it really is.
Water's for swimming. I love water, everything about it, but fucking no.
No.
Hot tubs either.
So hot tubs freak me out because I have really sensitive skin.
Yeah, no,
the chemicals.
It's not the chemicals. It's the fucking filth. People, it's a hot tub. Listen, you can't put your skin in water that is so hot that it it boils bacteria.
Yeah.
So let's do the math here. That water's hot, but just hot enough to incubate all the bacteria. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got this little cottage cabin for the one night in the winter. For her, she'd been working a bunch of hours, 10 to 12 hours a week. She's real stressed. Real stressed.
10 to 12 a week.
So I got this place because I thought maybe she'd change her sexual behaviors. So all the stars aligned. Really good, profitable endeavor for me, the old White Rabbit Inn. But hey, I'm pretty sure this dude that ran it was lurking in the woods. We kept hearing walking, not foxes, but like your back, basically all these little cabins in the back had the hot tubs. And of course, once you get in the hot tub, it had a layer of all the human skin that was there the day before. Or whatever they put, it was like a layer of just like gravy. You ever have like old gravy? You take that top layer off. Yeah, I was like, oh, this seems sanitary. And then we got Creep Jenkins walking around out there. Like I promised, I was like, there's steps. There's somebody walking around out here. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No. Okay, we are in this convo now, so now I'm excited to ask these questions because I feel like I'm interviewing you a little bit, but it's okay. So
I answer all questions.
Yeah. So tell me, best one night stand story.
No, one was I will tell you this one. All right, so she had these weird slippers, like these Garfield slippers. And I guess not weird, but I guess in retrospect, when you take a girl home from the bar, you don't, I guess, okay, now it sounds like I took a handicapped girl home, and I don't know if I should talk to Jesus tomorrow. So she had these, and I go, I feel like your Garfield, and I feel, dude, when you walk, do they meow every time? I just kept clowning, because I don't know why, I thought it would be a good time, hey, it's a good time to joke, let me go ahead and, enter this female, and then crack a bunch of jokes. But laughter on the peen is not a bad feeling, I guess. It's a deep chuckle. Any more questions?
No, but I just asked so that I could tell this story.
You go, I met this guy back and I wore these Garfield.
No, but it does have something to do with footwear.
Oh, no.
So this is why this is so great. This is probably like one of my most infamous stories, like with my inner group of friends, and they will love that I'm going to share it because I'm like speaking my truth these days. So
let's do it.
I'm kind of known as the prude in our group. Like I said, like I'm 40 years old, slept with 6 people. Like wish I had been more of a whore, but it was more of like a self-confidence thing, what a self-esteem thing, whatever. Doesn't
you don't want a bunch of drunk guys falling asleep on you.
Yeah, I kind of do, but whatever. So,
that's on my Tinder. Hopefully someone falls asleep in me. Looking for a gentleman to fall asleep in me. Maybe not probably what you should be shopping for. Sounds worse. Yeah. Just tell them you have a red room.
So, two stories. My friends are going to be so glad I'm sharing this story. So, mind you, prude right here. So, we're out one night, Friday night. And this was like back in a time where we used to spend a lot of time at Corby's like early Friday night, and then we'd end up at Backer and then go home.
But when it gets busy, the bounce around. Yeah, I'm in there. We did it.
Because we lived on Coquillard and Bader right there by Backer. So Meg and I tie one the fuck on. I mean, so I wake up in the morning, absolutely no idea where I'm at. Takes me a minute, and I'm like, oh, I'm in my bed. But I feel something on my back. And this was a time where I just ended kind of a relationship. And I'm like, and my friends, all of them, were just like, you just need to, the best way to get over someone is get under someone else.
You gotta get dick down.
Right, get dick down. And whatever. So, Kyle, like seriously, I'm laying there, I feel something on my back, and I'm like, oh shit. So I pull the covers out, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm naked. Oh God, I'm naked. And I'm like, so I pull one of those, like, slowly look over the shoulder.
Oh, what's that thing? Please don't be ugly. Yeah, please don't be ugly.
Please Just please have light eyes, dark hair. Please have light eyes, dark hair. Just please.
I cannot take a redhead. We can't do this.
No! Gingers don't fuck gingers!
That's a fan of incest, I think. We can't.
So gross. No, gingers don't fuck gingers. So that is a fucking rule.
Unspoken ginger law. Now, to the parents, we have to tell you, listen, your daughter is going to be a redhead, so make sure she doesn't fuck other gingers.
Gingers don't fuck gingers.
We don't care what her fucking name is. Listen, she can't fuck other gingers.
You don't think about it.
We don't want a bunch of pale, sunburned-ass people running around the goddamn...
We're going to pause the story, but think about how many gingers do you know that are married to other gingers? Okay, so...
Sorry, please, keep going.
So, laying in bed, like I said, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm naked, like, feel somebody on my back, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? So I pull the whole, like, look over my shoulder, and I'm like, it's just my body pillow. So when I get real super drunk, like, I get naked and just go to bed. Because like, because I was like, I didn't feel like I had sex, like, as you know. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to, like, scooch over and roll over, and all of a sudden I, like, feel something on my leg. Like, something's just not right. Like, there's uncomfortable.
There's more than a body pillow.
There's more than something, like, in my legs. Like, it's just something's not right. So I pull my blankets off, and I have my fucking hooker boots on. Like, knee high.
Yeah, I know what hooker boots are.
Yeah, hooker boots, right? Nothing else on. Just my hooker boots.
That's a search category on porn, in some case.
Best part of this, I did not wear my hooker boots out that night.
But you did, but was there a...
But I came home, got naked, and put my hooker boots on.
So was there somebody there?
No. There's nobody in bed with me. So I immediately grabbed my phone because I'm like, who was I waiting on? Who was here? Like,
who helped me put these boots on?
Like, what happened? Nothing.
You fucked the shit out of that pillow.
Nothing.
You got dirty with that body pillow. You drew a face on it.
No.
A little curly mustache.
You would take it there.
Yeah, pillow. You like these boots, pillow? Well, fuck the feathers out of you.
I'm gonna ride you home.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Zip these boots up.
So I literally, like, put my robe on.
Your robe and your boots.
Left the boots on. I walk out into the living room. Meg is on. And, like, when you come around the corner, like, you can't see, like, right? So she's, like, laying on her couch. She's like, bitch, I've been waiting for you. Like, we got to go get some McDonald's. Like, we got to get food, like, whatever. And I was like, we got to talk about something. I walk over and I'm like, girl, I woke up with just these on. And she, like, pissed her pants, like, laughing. She's like, oh, my God. I'm like, did I come home with you?
You check your camera roll just in case maybe you want to be naked and you sent somebody a picture with just
she's
boots.
Like, we came home together.
You beat that pillow up.
Shut the...
You stopped and bought 3 fake mustaches.
Stop.
You kept saying you're going to call him Raj.
I just snorted again. Oh, my friends know I'm really laughing about
Oh, shit.
Oh, and I slept for like 10 hours. And my hooker boots are like a 3-inch heel. And this was back in like 2009. To this day, my friends talk about my hooker boot story. Hooker boots.
What if you didn't know and like maybe you went and just walked around the city or something with just boots and tits out?
To the point, like, then, like, a couple of days after this happened, like, I called Weaver, and I'm like, yo, we gotta meet for drinks after work. I gotta tell you about this story. So, and we meet up, and he happens to bring some random person with him from work that he was hanging out with, and I was like, I don't know this person, but I'm never gonna see this person again. I've got to tell my hooker boot story. I tell him the hooker boot story, like, Weaver's fucking, like, pissing himself, laughing, whatever. The guy he was with was my one-night stand a year later.
Oh, wait, no, stop.
Ended up having, he liked...
So he heard, so he had heard the boot story. He was jealous as fuck of that pillow. He was like, man, she beat that shit apart, bro. She unzipped it, took out several feathers.
Because I was like, I'm never going to see it.
Scribed her name with some of the feathers, dipped it in ink just to be fun.
Autographed that shit.
Signed your boot with the feather from the pillow.
There was no fucking a pillow.
I think that you don't know you did it, but you said it was there, and maybe you allowed it to. Maybe you allowed it to enter you. I don't know.
Everyone, I did not fuck a pillow. That is just Kyle's interpretation.
I'm just saying. Didn't you say the pillow tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Good morning. I hope your boots are nice." Meg, my pillow talked to me last night. No, it didn't. We filmed you. You just thought it was. You walked around the house. You made deviled eggs in just boots. And then you went and you fucked the shit out of that pillow. Yes. Yes. Yeah, everybody heard it. Yeah, no. No, the mic didn't skip that part.
But where did you just come up with deviled eggs? I can't.
Oh, shit. Your parents are gonna be so fucked a pillow? Is that what's happening now?
I never fucked a pillow.
Pildo.
Oh my god. Fuck you. I'm never gonna live this down now.
Now, what a fucking phenomenal night. We have the longest stories. Pildo, what do you got for us?
Stop it. Pildo. First of all, it's Hildo.
Oh,
It's been Hildo since 7th grade.
Mm.
It was because of a very mean bully type of thing.
Oh, so you were bullied into Hildo?
Yeah.
Ah, well, you fucked yourself into Pildo.
Hildo the dildo in 7th grade. Think about it. 13 years old, 13-year-old girl. Some kid starts calling me Hildo the dildo. And unfortunately, but fortunately, it just kind of stuck.
Huh?
And my boys have called me Hildo, and my girls, some of them now. So that was 13, so we're talking 27 years ago.
Hey, look.
27 years. Isn't that amazing?
It's
Like, that's
it's
really
crazy
deep.
when you start seeing like your time up and stuff, and
Yeah.
you look at old shit, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. People have
You know
been
that
calling me Hildo for 27 years.
Damn, and for the next
Yeah,
30
that
years,
bitch
they're
is
gonna
old.
call you Pildo. That's even weirder. Aaron Frucci, if you're listening to this right now,
Aaron
Pildo,
Frucci, if you
fucking
call me Pildo,
I've
you
already
and I are no
texted him.
longer friends.
I already got a side bet with him. It's not your fault. Nobody forced that pillow on you, and that's
Oh my
what's
God,
good about
stop
pillows
it.
nowadays is you can't. A
Listen to
pillow
me.
shouldn't be forcing itself on
I
you.
told that story to you because I thought it was funny because I had fucking hooker boots on.
And how'd that work out?
Never in a million years
Did you think it'd be
thought
called
that
Pildo?
you would turn it around about me fucking a pillow.
You're goddamn it. Fucking that pillow like a champ. We always have to. Every one of my shows end on singing, so just sing along with it.
If you're gonna end anything, it's gonna be Tupac's "All Eyes on Me." All eyes
Oh
on
shit!
Me.
You trying to end? Oh, we can. Hey, what about regulators? You wanna,
Love it.
regulators!
Mount up.
It was a clear black night.
A clear white moon.
A dirty ass pillow. She was. I'm sorry. All right. See, I tried my hardest. I couldn't.
Can we please talk about Feather for a minute?
Yeah, because I want. Yes.
Let's go 5 hours on it. Like, whatever. Feather.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Feather is that sleepaway camp friend who nobody really knows about, but is such a fucking phenomenal human. Like,
Yeah.
if I were ever in a situation and I needed
Yeah.
some peeps, I am telling you, Tony Martinelli, Aaron Frucci, and fucking Feather.
Yeah. No, so, Pildo. All right, I'll start over.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. Go with it. It's all right.
Oh, it's all been recorded. All right, so give me your favorite quote.
My favorite quote ever? The quote that I kind of talked about at the beginning of this whole conversation hours ago.
Oh, yeah. It's amongst the 5 hours. Yeah,
it has, but what a great conversation, honestly. Thank you. I'm going to say it again. You do not have to explain your no.
That's awesome.
It really, if you really sit in it for a minute, like, I know it sounds kind of weird, but you do not have to explain your no. It is nobody's fucking business.
No, that's good.
On why you're saying no.
That's awesome.
Even if it's like the simplest thing of, let's go grab drinks, let's go grab dinner. If you don't want to go and you say no, just say, no, thank you. Maybe next time. And leave it at that.
Yeah.
I am such a people pleaser to the point where I would say, you know, there are points in your life where you're just not having a good day or a good time and you just don't want to go. And there's, you know, and there's no reason to give an explanation. It's like, no, but, you know, it's because I have X, Y, and Z going on or whatever. Just say, no, thank you.
No, I'm all set.
I'm good. But thank you for the invitation. And leave it at that. You know what you're going to learn from it? People's responses from that. Your friends or your people that accept that and just say, awesome, cool, get it, whatever the fucking response might be. But your friends that say, why? What? Whatever. It's time to
scoot, scoot. Scoot 'em and boot 'em.
Skate.
Scoot 'em and boot 'em.
Scoot 'em and boot 'em. Like, and...
Hey, if you don't got a case, you don't got a pillow.
Yeah.
But no, on the real, we had an amazing night. Now, Bonzi, before we go, just tell everybody where they can find you if they want to buy a house.
Yeah. One, I just want to give big props to our friend Kyle Quick here, who has an amazing podcast going on. I have honestly, leading up for the past couple weeks, knowing that I was going to do this, been super nervous because I wasn't sure I could live up to the hype and just the amazingness that you've brought to the podcast world in our area and everywhere. So kudos to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for digging deep. You made me feel very comfortable and open to just talking about everything. A lot of things I haven't talked about. I'm proud of you as a friend.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
That really means a lot. I appreciate that.
If anybody is interested in anything with the real estate world or having questions or, you know, looking to buy, sell, you can find me on Facebook under Kate Hill.
Yeah,
even
K-A-T. Don't find her on the
Hill. I'm also with the home team of Century 21 affiliated. Honestly, want the best for you and your real estate needs. Any questions, anything, just, you know, shout out. In all honesty, please just keep supporting our friend Kyle Quick and his amazing podcast. And this has been one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
Well, I appreciate it. That's awesome.
And someone who thought she wouldn't be that interesting, who is drunk and still talking 5 hours.
Hey, I love it. I planned this out for my Sunday to have no plans. Now, I honestly, I think that you're an amazing fucking person. And,
well, I'm a huge fan of yours, so.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks, everybody, for listening to the KQ Show. KQ Show.